Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name's Amanda and today's video is of course a face mask Fridays video. We're going to start with a wipe and go in with our peel off mask. Still surprisingly warm here in Maine, so there's not much left of this, so I'm going to try to work through peel off mask before I start the other masks that I have. I think I talked about this before, but I thought about like switching it out and using one of my other masks, but it's not quite cold yet here, so we'll keep using the peel off one till it's either gone or it's super cold, but probably till it's gone just so it gets used. I hope everyone had a good Halloween last week. I know our house was super busy from Thursday until Monday night, so took the week after kind of to recoup a little bit and get things kind of settled from being busy. I'm sure November will probably not be much different since we'll be getting ready for Thanksgiving and getting stuff finished up for Christmas. So I'm gonna go in with our peel off mask. My house usually has like half their Christmas shopping done by the time like this part of the year comes around. So we usually are just taking like the next month or so to either like not only get the big present that they asked for, but then like anything that like is required to go with the big present. So that's what we do. Have play date with a friend this month too, so pretty excited about that. Gonna have a lot of Christmas themed type videos coming up the next month or two as well, so there will be that. I think I'm gonna start getting back into more makeup videos come January too. I haven't really touched my makeup a ton, so really want to get back into doing that. So I always say we're busy from like March or April until November, but we're like busy up until Christmas, and then like January until maybe like the end of March when it's like not as cold. We just kind of I think this year we're gonna kind of I think this year we're just gonna kind of get through a lot of our schoolwork. We're gonna kind of hibernate a little bit, just relax, kind of. We've been really busy this year. My oldest did 2 summer camps for the first time, and so and then there are some things that we just didn't get done this year that we kind of want to get done for next year. So I have a list in my planner started of things that I would actually like to get done next summer, or do that we didn't do this year. So hoping to get some trips in that we didn't get to take this year, do some more hiking, do some more swimming trips, oldest really liked doing summer camps, but youngest did not particularly care for him. So I think if any summer camps get done this year, it'll probably just be the oldest that goes, and then the youngest and I will find some things to do. And I think that will probably be better planned as well. I like over here somewhere. So I think we're gonna like find, last year this past summer when my oldest first did her first summer camp, we kind of didn't really plan things out very well, and so it was just everything was kind of on a whim. So I think maybe if my oldest ends up doing summer camps again this year, we will just make sure that we plan better activities. So like maybe one day we'll do like just the beach, and then another day maybe we'll do like, I don't know, hiking somewhere or something. So everyone in our house had a good Halloween, thankfully. Again, kind of excited that it's November and everything will be slowing down finally a little bit. The oldest and I are going to be working on NaNoWriMo books or novels, whatever you would like to call them. Did tell my oldest that, maybe we won't just do it every single day, but every other day, so that way she doesn't get as tired out, because last year I think by the end of the month, she kind of didn't want to do it anymore because she was like super, super tired out by it. And so, yeah, so, I am also reading a new book. One of the Twisted Tales finally came out, almost there. It's the Tiana one. It says, what if Tiana made a deal that changed everything? And it says, what if Tiana made a deal that changed everything? Sometimes life in the big easy is tough. No one knows that better than Tiana, though she believes that hard work can go a long way. But when the notorious Dr. Facilier backs her into a corner, she has no choice but to accept an offer that will alter the course of her life in an instant. Soon, Tiana finds herself in a new reality, all where her deepest desires are realized. She finally gets her restaurant, her friends are safe and sound, and most miraculous of all, her beloved father is still alive. She's got everything she's ever wanted. But after a while, her hometown grows increasingly eerie, with new threats cropping up in unlikely places. Navigating the strange New Orleans, Tiana must work alongside Naveen and Charlotte to set things right or risk losing everything she holds dear. So, the other book I kind of DNF'd, which is did not finish, just because I started it last, the week before Halloween, and then we got really, really busy, and I just did not have as much time to devote to that book as I had kind of thought I would. And I figured since it was like, 250 pages, that it would be really easy for me to kind of keep up with. But unfortunately, just because of how busy I was and everything else, it was really not as easy as I thought it was going to be. So I just did not retain as much as I thought I was going to. So wasn't necessarily a bad book of what I did retain. It's just that I was so busy that I just couldn't keep up. So I figured that I would come back to it. I would like put down and then come back. So I absolutely love the Twisted Tales. If you're a Disney fan, I'm sure you'll love them too. This one is a little bit thicker. I think it's like 400 or 500 pages. My goal for the month of November was to read 5 books. I'm not sure if I'm going to read 5 books, but I'm certainly going to try. So, I think my goal for this week is going to be to get back into reading as much as I humanly can do in between everything else. Obviously, we have some things we're kind of catching up on from Halloween parties and, trick-or-treating and all that stuff. So, but I figured this would be a good one for me to get kind of back into. I have a huge TBR that I'm currently working through, and so I already have quite a few books that I'm like super excited to read through first. So I have a feeling those will get read from November and December. And then January, February, and March will probably be reading through the other things. Excuse me. So that way, as I find books that I'm not as crazy over, I can just kind of put them in the tote that we have. A friend of mine and their child decided that they weren't going to homeschool anymore, so they gave us a whole bunch of homeschooling stuff, and it was like in one of those like crate kind of things. So we placed all the homeschool stuff in with our other things, and I then decided that instead of a box, that the crate would probably be better for our free little library books. So we usually, from springtime until about October, will help fill up a lot of the free little libraries in various places that we like live near, so that way we are kind of contributing to that instead of just, not that there's anything wrong with thrift stores, but I feel like it's kind of better to contribute to the free little libraries instead. So just because we have so many, I think there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I know of just in like the county that we live in, and we usually are all over the county that we live in. So that's what I usually try to do with our books, is just kind of donate them in places, so that way if it's something that I know I'm not going to reread, it can go on to a home that maybe will reread it. So I just know too that like the free little libraries don't really get emptied out during the winter, so the books kind of get all wet and stuff. So I figure if we wait until spring to put them in, it'll be better. So, but yes, currently reading Tiana to get back into reading since we're not as busy anymore. I have a Headless Horseman book I'm going to read next, and then I think I'm going to try to read through, and I also have the new Stephen King book that I'm going to read for my birthday. I ended up getting 2 copies of it, and so one of them's the UK version, and then one's like the American version, so I'll read the American version for my birthday. But other than that, I think I'm going to try to read through some of my Owl Crate books. I started a subscription like 5 months ago, and I just haven't read any of the books because I have so many to read through. So I think I'm going to take the next 2 months to get those kind of like caught back up, and then that way, starting in January, I can read through as much of my rest of my TBR as possible, because like I said, we have about 3 months where we're kind of stuck inside after that, and so I really want to try to get through as much of my TBR as possible before the weather warms back up and we're back at the library buying books and stuff. So as always, I thank you for watching my videos. I hope you have a great day.